What is good, YouTube? This is Vortex. I'm back with more Hunter x Hunter discussion video here. As always, guys, these videos will be random as far as like topics and things that I want to talk about per each of the arcs that we have been through and currently are in. And as always, I'm pushing to try to push at least 2 episodes per weekend, roughly. Between Friday and Sunday. I want to at least do Friday and Saturday, but I know that sometimes it may just have to be like a Saturday and Sunday type of thing. But we will see how that transpires with that. So with that, guys, let's just jump right into the video. For those of you who have been following me since I started this journey and all the way up to this point, and we pretty much got through all the arcs up to the current arc that we're in, and we are 120 episodes into the actual show with 28 episodes to go. One of my favorite arcs is the Greed Island arc. I loved the fact that it was that it was a basically a RPG based island, role playing game island. Because me for those of you who know, and those that don't, I am a gamer, and I do live streams here on my YouTube channel. I do have a Twitch channel, which you can look up at at Vortex 46 as well. And I trying to get back to my schedule of streaming on Twitch Mondays and Wednesdays, but that's neither here nor there. And I stream here on YouTube on weekends. But staying on topic, guys, I am a gamer, and role-playing games are definitely like my top favorite games to play. I do play some sports games like NBA 2K and Madden here and there, but that's the older versions. But Greed Island arc is one of my favorites simply because it is a video game based island that Gon Pops Ging decided to create. More than anything, we know for a fact that he's a gamer. I mean, why else would he not make a game like this or create an island like this with his buddies? And so I sit back and I just taking in the fact that this exists within the Hunter x Hunter world. Outside of the hunter's exam and becoming a hunter, we know that for the most part that hunters, a lot of hunters come here to simply have fun and enjoy themselves and just kind of in a sense get away from being a hunter and just being something else. And I definitely praise Ging for that, for having the mindset to do something like that, where hunters are just not hunters. They can come to the Greed Island arc, they can come to the Greed Island and just have an all out blast, But the thing about it is, and I sit back and I think, and I'm just like, what if Greed Island was real? Like, what if the hunter's exam was real, and the Greed Island was real as well? And I sit back and I think, like, man, like, what, because I'm always sitting back and thinking, like if I had abilities like in Hunter x Hunter, if the Greed Island thing was real, what would my abilities be? And I would definitely be going to Greed Island because I want to experience this to the fullest. I mean, because you definitely would hear about the stories, rumors and stuff, passed down from one hunter to the next about Greed Island. And in the midst of all of that, if all of this was real, then Gone a Clue would be real. The past arcs that have happened, everything would be in reality right now. And I would want to experience Greed Island for myself, because again, if video games are still a thing, and I decided to try my hand at the hunter exam and became a hunter, and then eventually went to Greed Island, I would do my best to try to, experience it. And then that's the thing, guys, from what we remember, a lot of hunters that came to Greed Island were here for a good while. Like they, and that's the thing, whenever they would, whenever they did decide to leave, they would always come back. But they would be here for years, like literally years. They would be here. They would actually sometimes even stay there. I mean, it's just, it's, it, it just blew my mind in a good way. It's just like, you could be a hunter, but then you could just come and basically live at Greed Island if you wanted to. I mean, there were, when you look at it, there were, towns and amusement parks and all these, things. Like Greed Island was basically, it wasn't like it wasn't just a game. It became a real place for people to go and live. And that's why I'm saying, like, I probably more so would probably do the same. I would probably just, move from where I'm currently living at now and go and live at Greed Island, and hopefully live for the most part a happy life. Because again, in the midst of it, it is a game, and it's a role playing game, and people and hunters do get killed in the game. We've seen it throughout the entire arc. People were dying and then dying in real life from the original, from the game, from being inside the game to, their original bodies being affected by the fact that they got killed in the game. So, I just sit back, guys, and I think like, man, I would still, in the midst of all of that, knowing that, when Gon was being told about, what you needed to do with the cards and the book and collecting the cards, and be careful because if you die, it's basically it's a wrap for you type of thing. When you get that information, it's a gamble. Do you still go inside Greed Island? When you do you decide to just play the game, or do you decide to actually live there? It just became, it becomes one of those things where you really just take a leap of faith, and just go out there and see what you can do. Again, guys, it's a game, but it's a great concept in my opinion. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't have it set to where people would, die in real life if you died in the game. That's just me. But yeah, guys, I would definitely go to Greed Island. I would definitely want to be there. Like I said, probably more so definitely want to live there, or just make it like make it be like a summer or even winter escape. I mean, I know a lot of people do summer escapes. There are several people in life in real life that have summer homes and even winter homes. But I think for me, I would probably more so pick the winter home over the summer. But who knows? I probably would have both. I don't know. But definitely Greed Island would definitely have a gaming home for me. While I, where I, besides me living where I currently live, type of thing. I think that would be the only thing that I would do. But yeah, guys, I loved the Greed Island arc, and I enjoyed it so much that, like I said, I definitely would want to play the game, and I would want to probably more so have that gaming home be there, as long as I don't get, killed and then die in real life type of thing. But that's just me. So with that, guys, I'm about to be out. That's pretty much all I had to say about this. What are your thoughts? Leave comments in the comment section, guys. Let's have a chat. Would you have went to Greed Island? Besides becoming a hunter, if you decided to do both, would you have stayed? Would you have, kept going back, type of thing? taking your time getting your cards and everything like that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, and I will chat with you all next time with more Hunter x Hunter. Peace, guys.